So this is the new GB3JT rack, all complete apart from the exciter and the power amplifier, which is going in the top, and of course the receive filters, which should be part of the a plastic box that goes above the rack. Basically it'll be the same design for GB300, absolutely identical in every respect. Anyway, what do we have here? So at the very bottom we have the 3 Raspberry Pis on counting from the left. There's the media player, the one in the middle is the stream receiver, and the one on the right is the 70 Sims receiver, which of course linked directly up to the mini tuner up there. Ventilation on the front, of course, lots of ventilation. Obviously there's power distribution here. There's the site PC, which is kind of a Celeron thing. Quite powerful actually, it's one of the more very recent one. On the left, the Unify firewall, and also the VPN is terminated on here into my network. And the firewall, it does a number of things, but obviously one of the outputs from there serves the ATEM directly, because rather than going through the switch, you have the switches to the right there. Again, 1 gig switch there, more than adequate. And the firewall is capable of supporting 2 internet connections as well, either in parallel or as a failover, or both. We probably won't worry about failover on the JT site, because it's going to be cellular anyway, so there won't really be any failover. But failover is possible if we ever have an issue. Had that at JV actually, had a failover there to cellular in case the 5G link went down. So what else have we got here? Oh yes, on the pull-out drawer here is currently the ATEM, the 2-meter receiver and its filters going behind there. So that will be that. But you can, on this design, the ATEM's pull-outable. And behind there, just see at the back, probably just about see at the back there, there's a 1 terabyte SSD for the recordings, and of course they will sync with the server at my house and onto OneDrive for public access. There's space here at the top. There's a distribution there. There's space here at the top for the exciter and PA, which also contain the Modbus controller, and a term server for access to the exciter. This is just the ATEM power supply, but that's temporary. That's going to be driven from a power supply in the exciter, which should be Modbus controlled, because one of the things about the ATEM, just very, very occasionally, every 6 months or so, if the internet's up and down a bit, the stream transmitter can crash, so sometimes you need to do a power reset, so that'll be done through the Modbus. Last but not least, in the middle of the blue light there, that's the site PC as well, which I'll set wake and LAN on for that. I haven't set that yet, but that's what we'll be doing. We'll be wake on LAN for that. So hopefully most faults can be resolved remotely without actually having to go to site, because sites are a fair way away. The only lesson really from JV was to have a facility to hardware reset the ATEM, and never had a problem with the Pis, but it's not an easy thing to do with that. I wanted to run them off separate power supplies, which I've done. This Pi power supply, the white one, actually drives the Unify. It wants 3 amps at 5 volts, and that's under 3 amps. The power supply it's supplied with it is 3 amp 5 volt, 1.7 volt amp at 9 volt, and 1 amp or whatever at 12 volts. USB-C. So these are identical specification in the Pi 4 power supplies. So use one of those instead, because the profile is flatter. That means you can shut the door. It's important. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this design. I think it'll work well. GB3JT out.